And Grayson. Grayson, where are you at right now?
Is my mic on?
It is.
Oh, look at that. I'm on the porch above the post office.
Awesome.
Some Grayson actually do
Grayson got here a lot early. A few months early. If anyone who just joined has any questions you'd like to discuss before the actual meeting begins, feel free to ask now. You can just unmute yourself and ask away. Ask away.
Put it in the chat.
I have a quick question,
What's up?
Kat. So, and I don't know if this is known yet or if it's in the works or whatever, but when in terms of like payment, I heard that you guys are using Paycom, but then switching to PayPal and Venmo or something like that. Is that true?
Yes. Our the people who are in charge of doing that, who do not work out of our office, are like sorting out the new payment system.
Okay.
So we're literally just waiting on another team of people to kind of like, sort out all the kinks with that and stuff. So it's okay if it's not like paid. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I didn't need to do it.
For anyone who just joined, we're doing Q&A before the actual meeting agenda begins. So if anyone would like to unmute their mic and ask some questions, feel free.
How are you guys doing with weather right now?
It is
Nice.
sunny as can be, as it rained in a surprising amount of time. No clouds.
Today's all cloudy, actually.
Today? Okay. Well, today is cloudy. I did not look outside.
We've got a few scattered showers, but by and large, it's been very nice here. Warm.
Very nice and beautiful.
As always.
As always.
But especially.
I think someone's talking. We can't really understand what you're saying. Your mic a little bit. Okay. Maybe it wasn't meant for us. Got about 18 people joined so far. 11. Yep. Oh, there's heat. I'm gonna meeting 2 exclamation.
Gotta let them know you.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Wander around from the door.
right from the door.
Oh, we've got a question in the chat in here. About how far away is the laundromat from the dorms?
I would round up to 5-minute walk, but like realistically, like a 3-minute walk.
Yeah. Very close.
What building is that in?
It's called the Longhouse Building.
Lucas, it sounds like you're doing dishes. If you could perhaps mute your microphone while you're banging pots and pans around. We appreciate that. Thank you. But Thank you for being tidy. Where? Huh? 2 meters
Yeah.
per edition, yeah.
Multitasking.
Where is the setting? Oh, there is. View participants upon entry.
Just one chat.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a singular chat. All right, Brenda and Karen, or no, Anita / Brenda. I don't think anyone else is gonna join today. It looks like we are pretty much good to go. Actually, we just had 3 more people join.
Okay. Great,
I think after these 3 join, we can get started.
okay.
Yep, I think we're good to go.
Okay, well, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. We're glad that you're on the call, and this is our 4th and final call before you all arrive next week. So we're very excited about that. And we really want this call just to give you some of the last minute pieces of information that hopefully will be helpful for you and just help your journey here go well, and also your arrival as you get here on the property. So again, the same kind of ground rules. If you could just keep yourself on mute until you might have a question or whatever. We're going to go ahead and keep questions to the end like we have in the past, and put your questions in chat, and Mitch will pick those up as we're going along. And then again, if we want to kind of open it up for questions at the very end, we can do that as well. So let's get started. We have one new face with us on the call, and that is Ben, who's going to be our guide. And we just want to welcome Ben, and I'm going to turn it over and let Ben introduce himself. And then he's going to tell you some important information about hiking and what you need to bring. Take it away, Ben.
All right, thank you. Welcome everyone. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to kind of fit this in with us. It's really nice to meet you all. I'm very excited to get this semester started and start working with all of you. So I will be your GAP program adventure guide. Pretty much what that means is I will be along with all of the hikes you guys are doing and both of the big trips as well. Kind of just making sure everything runs smooth and soundly, making sure you guys got everything you need. I will be directly kind of assisting the facilitators here. But I want you guys to know that I'm always there for you guys. Whatever you might need, any help or anything like that, feel free to reach out at all times. I do kind of have ample experience in these Colorado mountains here. I'm initially from Rhode Island. So all the way back on the east. I'm not sure if any of you guys are also from the East Coast, but so I'm far from home, moved out here in 2017 in order to kind of come to college at CSU, Colorado State University. Got like an environmental degree and really just fell in love ever since. And I've kind of been in Colorado for 6 years now since then, which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch of mountaineering experience. I've done about half of our Colorado 14ers, so 29, most of them solo. I've hiked the Grand Canyon rim to rim in 1 day. And I've also got a whole bunch of certifications to make sure that we will all be safe and having a great time in the outdoors. So yeah, I've got my wilderness first aid, CPR, and AED certified as well, which I will also be teaching you guys at some point. Yeah, so looking forward to that. So that's a little bit about me. I'm looking forward to help maybe make this move a little bit easier because I know I was totally in your shoes 6 years ago and it was a little crazy, that's for sure. So that's a little bit about me, what I'll be doing, part of my role here with the program. So like we mentioned earlier, we'll kind of just talk about preparation now. So really quick and simple, just quick and easy things. Personal preparation, just make sure you guys are being aware of everything that you might need. So any medication in terms of allergies or things like that. It's Colorado, we're going to be outdoors a lot. We've got a lot of pollen, a whole bunch of stuff like that. So make sure you're just staying on top of any medication or allergy things that you might need. Definitely bring those on hikes. We want to be prepared for the worst case scenario kind of at all times. So just making sure you're being aware of that. Just thinking about that, maybe we have a 6-mile hike with a lunch involved. It might be a great idea to bring some allergy or personal medication if you might need it. And then overall, just kind of preparation things for Colorado in general. One big thing that I moved here, one thing that I learned was a raincoat. Raincoats are going to be super helpful, especially living in a place like Estes Park. We're at high elevation, and high elevation, we will tend to get, in the summertime, rainstorms are pretty frequent in the afternoons. So definitely a raincoat is going to be a big thing. Always just being aware of your footwear. If we're going to go on a 6-mile hike, it might not be the best idea to bring some sandals for that day. We're right next to Rocky Mountain National Park. So while you may have been able to get, I know I was able to hike in sandals in Rhode Island, it's a little bit different out here, just with the national park and the terrain that we'll encounter. So just footwear, proper hiking boots, those are going to be really helpful, especially with our Rocky Mountain backpacking trip and the Moab trip. So yeah, just footwear and raincoat. Those are two big things that I kind of learned when I was first moving here. So yeah, thank you guys again. And I'm Ben.
Questions for Ben or about any of the sort of outdoor activities we're doing, you can ask away in the chat and we'll get to them at the end of the meeting.
So we have a question over there.
Oh yeah.
Would you recommend a certain kind of backpack for a hiking backpack?
Great question. Yeah. So the thing that I would pay attention to in terms of that would be the size of the bag. I would go something for 20 to 30 liters. I think that would be perfect. That's going to be good for day hikes in general. And liters is just kind of the measurement that they use for backpacking and outdoor bags. So yeah, I'd say you'd want something around the 20 to 30 liter size. You can certainly, I know Walmart has some great gear, honestly. I'm a big proponent of that. If it's cheap and it's great, it works. So yeah, that's the main thing I would kind of focus on, just the size of the bag. And so yeah, around 20 to 30 liters. What type of shoes should I bring? Should I answer now? Sure. Okay. All right, what type of shoes should I bring for hiking? Also, another great question. For this, closed-toed shoes is what I would recommend. And anything that's really comfortable or in your price point there. I personally have a few different pairs of footwear that will work. I have a pair of running shoes that works for hiking. You will want a little bit more of a tread. So a lot of running shoes are pretty flat in terms of the traction on the bottom. So just kind of keeping those things in mind, and just honestly, whatever works for you there in terms of just closed-toed shoes. I personally like ankle support. Some people hate it. So kind of whatever works for you.
Brand of hiking. Some people I always hike in my trail runners.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
they have tread on the bottom. They're a little bit more flexible.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah.
Barrel is a great brand too if you're looking for hiking shoes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, and another really good question as well, from Noah. Are backpacks supplied for the big trips? Great question. Yes, they will be. You will not have to worry about those. We have nice big bags meant for backpacking. So in terms of just backpacking for you guys, I would just recommend like a day hike, unless you really want to get into backpacking or something like that. But we'll get into that as it comes.
All right. I think we can move on from that.
Okay, so we'll move over to Charles now, and he's just going to once again talk a little bit about the I-9 documents and things that you really need to make sure you have with you when you come next week.
Thanks, Ben, for your presentation. That was awesome. Welcome to the team, and everybody here is excited that you're here. Is there anybody on the call that is still confused about I-9 documents, that they need to be original, that there's usually two forms, usually the driver's license, Social Security? Some people bring just their passport. Some people bring birth certificate. Is there anybody confused that you will need those before you're allowed to work? All right, if you guys have questions, reach out to me and I'll answer them, but please bring them so that it's a flawless transition for you guys. Yes, a passport ID is okay, and it is the preferred ID. If you bring a passport, it's the only one you need. If you don't bring a passport, you'll need 2 forms of ID. All right, guys, let me know if you need help with that. And next, Karen will talk to you.
Hi, not surprisingly, I'm gonna talk about Myers-Briggs type assessment. I am hoping that everyone on the call today has completed their Myers-Briggs. Is there anyone who hasn't or who has a question about it? You guys are all good with it? Okay, so we've still got 4 people who haven't completed it. I will send something out in GroupMe to remind those people. It looks like we have a question, which I can't.
Shuttle. It's okay.
Okay, questions about the shuttle, not my department. Okay. All right, so if you have no questions about Myers-Briggs, we'll do the workshop the first Thursday that you're here during your first week. So that's all taken care of. Thanks for your time, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you.
And so now we'll go to Mitch. Thanks, Karen.
Okay, so, oh, wait a minute. We had a question about Myers-Briggs pop up. Karen. Sean says he could not find the email. Could you resend it? So I think that's Sean McKittrick, if you wanna.
Sean McKittrick. Actually, Anita is our email Myers-Briggs guru. So she will send the link to.
Different Sean.
Different Sean.
It's actually Sean McClendon.
McClendon, okay.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
No, it's good. Okay. Okay, so moving on. Sorry, Sean McKittrick, for the confusion. We are going to talk about arrival week and what that looks like and what you can expect when you get here and what you're doing your whole first week. So you're not going to be starting work quite yet. The first week here, you'll be spending pretty much with us the entire time. And then you'll start, depending on your schedule, either that weekend or the following week. It all depends on which team you're in, which you'll find out when you get here. Cameron just requested to join the meeting. Let her in real quick. All right, so Monday, if you are taking our shuttle, the YMCA shuttle, then that's when you will meet one of us initially. So if you're arriving Sunday, the 30th, the shuttle is at 5 p.m. And if you're needing that, you should have already signed up for it. If there are any last minute signups that we need, if someone did get the form for whatever reason or just join the GroupMe, we will send that once more to the GroupMe chat so you can sign up for that shuttle. Then our second one is Monday, the 31st, which is when check-ins officially begin. The HR office opens on Monday at 8:30, so we'll start doing that. Let's see. So Aubrey asked us in the GroupMe where the shuttle is meeting. Sadie? Well, Aubrey also asked in the GroupMe. So we will be meeting at the same spot that all the other service shuttles meet at the Denver International Airport, which is the shared ride service shuttles pickup area / drop off from the Jepson Terminal, Level 5, Island 5, doors 505, 507. And I'm assuming no one probably caught that because I was talking really fast. I will put it in the GroupMe. That is where you will be meeting our shuttle driver. Let's see here. Beyond that, once you get to the YMCA, we'll do your formal staff check-in that everyone goes through. We'll scan your I-9 documents that Charles was talking about. We'll get you your ID made, and we'll get you moved into your room, and then show you around the property a little bit. And then that will be it for the day. Then that evening, we will be having a campfire, which we of course encourage everybody to join. But if you're traveling, we understand, so it is optional. But to recap, if you're taking the shuttle, I'll put the shuttle information in the chat, or the group meet chat, not this chat. Then you'll come to the Y, present your I-9 documents, get your badge made, move into your room, then campfire that evening. That's Monday.
Sounds like a good Monday. And then moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday will be your official employee orientation. And this is non-specific to Elevate. It's the same orientation that anybody that comes to work at the Y goes through. I can't remember exactly if it starts at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., but
9
well,
a.m.
9 a.m. So 9 a.m. at the Hyde Chapel. That probably doesn't mean much to you guys yet, but it's just a beautiful chapel that we have on campus. 9 a.m. we'll be doing that, going over code of conduct, housing expectations, a few like fun things, icebreaker activities. I know we go over how to say greetings in different languages, given the amount of internationals we have on campus. So it's a good bit of fun. That'll probably take, from 9, we'll break for lunch at about noon, come back to 1, wrap up with some community circles, and then that'll do it for orientation. I'll remind you guys of this, so feel free to forget for now, but someday along Tuesday, be checking your emails. You'll be getting an email from somebody in HR for Presidium trainings. That's just online trainings. We ask everybody who's an employee at the Y to do. So just be mindful of your emails on Tuesday. Like I said, it will be sourced from somebody in HR, and it's just a couple hour long online training. After that, at 4 p.m., we will be having dinner together. And then that does it for like the official plans of the day. However, you will quickly learn and realize that it is very hard to be bored at the Y. There is always things going on, multiple staff activities every single day. Tuesday, for instance, I believe at 7 p.m., there is going to be a talent show. So come one, come all. If you have any talents you would like to put on display, that would be an excellent place to do it. Like Mitchell said just a few minutes ago, if you're too tired, we understand. One thing that I would want to encourage you guys to do Tuesday night is we're going to have an international lantern lighting. That's going to be being held at the Dorsey Pond. Whenever you guys get here, you'll drive in, there will be a big sign that says YMCA. Right to the right is a beautiful pond, and we'll be doing an international lantern lighting. That'll, start 8:45. I think officially starts at 9 p.m. I would highly recommend and encourage everybody to be there. I will be there personally. If you're too tired, completely understand. That's not mandatory, but just wanting to acquaint you guys with the fact that there is so much to do at the Y. We have a wonderful community here. So excited to meet everybody. And believe that does it for Tuesday. Also, one other thing that I want to absolutely make clear, I know I've said this a lot. Our address is 2515 Tunnel Road, Estes Park, Colorado. 2515 Tunnel Road, Estes Park, Colorado. I know we've said it before, I'll say it again. Every couple months, it seems like somebody goes to the wrong campus. We are not located in Granby. 2515 Tunnel Road, Estes Park, Colorado. I will see you all shortly in Estes Park. 80501 maybe?
80511.
80511.
We have our own zip code. Why?
All right, so moving on to Wednesday, then we're going to be up bright and early again at 9 a.m. and you guys are going to get a kickoff presentation just about how to live your best life living and working in Estes Park Center with the Y. After that, at 11, we're going to hold some community circles, which is just a great way to communicate and get to know each other for the first week that we're here. We're going to break for lunch at noon and come back at 1 for a training session of what it means to be a mentee and what your relationship with your mentor, one of us facilitators, or really any of the other adults that you come into contact with on the Elevate team, what that relationship is going to be like and what you can expect, and to know that we are always here for you guys. And afterwards, at 3 p.m., we need to handle a little bit of paperwork. We're going to start our journaling process at 4 at the Boone Mountain Center again. And then we are going to break for dinner at 5 p.m. And after that, another activity that we have planned for the nighttime. Again, if you're super pooped from traveling and from the day and still adjusting, this is still optional, but we would love for as many of our Elevate team to be there as possible. We are going to welcome you on your first Estes Park Center hike. We're going to go to Bible Point and have a little sunset hike and maybe learn a little bit about the nature in the area. So definitely recommend that you come on that one with us. That's going to be a fun one. And then we're going to say goodbye for the night.
Moving on to Thursday, we have a few things planned. So I think, am I just going over?
Sure, yeah, sorry, a little bit about what we're doing that day.
Okay, I think some of the times may change, but we'll get that figured out before you get here. So our first activity is a team building, little get to know everybody kind of thing again. So still meeting everybody and getting to know them and just doing a little team building together. And then we will be doing a Myers-Briggs, excuse me. So we'll be going over our Myers-Briggs results, and we have a presentation and some activities with that as well. We'll do lunch, and then we have a transition workshop planned. So again, a bunch of you have never been here before, so we're getting out of our comfort zone. So this workshop will help ease you guys into this process. And then we'll have dinner. And Thursday, you'll have some free time. So if you have been attending all of the evening activities, this can be your night to kind of just take it to yourself and explore on your own if you would like, or do whatever you feel like you want to do. And then
Friday. Sorry, I'm posting a message in the group meeting. Friday. What is happening Friday? Can I look at the schedule?
Yeah.
All right, Friday morning, thank you so much. We will be meeting with the YMCA's general manager, the head honcho, if you will, Shannon Jones. We'll be spending a bit of time with him. You can ask any question you would like about the YMCA, our history, our operation, et cetera, He is the friendliest person on the planet and very knowledgeable about all the operations here. So that will be something to very much look forward to. I love Shannon personally. Every time I see him, really lights up my day. So that's about all we had planned for Friday morning. And then that evening, we will all be going into the national park as a big group and doing a couple activities there. We won't actually be doing any hiking. We'll just be doing a scenic drive and perhaps a little jaunt.
Wildlife.
Some wildlife viewing, a little stroll. It'll be a nice little time.
This one is the highest highway in America?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Highest highway in America, Trail Ridge Road. We'll be driving up that. It's quite the experience.
Breathtaking in like every sense of the word, literally, figuratively.
Yeah, it gets pretty high up there. The air gets revenue. Then that evening, we will have our Celebrate Elevate dinner. We're all gonna get together in a big meeting room. We'll have some food catered, some very good local food from restaurants in town, and we'll all just hang out and boogie a little bit. Start off the program with a bang. All right. Thank you for that. Okay. I am also next on the agenda. Let's answer some questions from the chat. We had a few pop up. I nudged here. Passport ID, okay. Where will the shuttle be located? / who are we meeting at the Denver airport? I just posted that in the group me, the meeting location. I believe is Dylan driving both shuttles?
Dylan,
yeah.
You'll meet him.
Dylan is one of our resident assistants here at the YMCA. He works in the HR office with the rest of us. Splendid chap. Very great guy to have on a long car ride to Estes Park from the airport.
Absolutely.
Sean Mc,
Maybe touch on there, we'll elevate Ryan at where you guys could look for.
yes, someone else asked a very similar question to that, so where did that go?
The van.
Will the van be marked? Yes, it'll be an official YMCA vehicle, so it will have the actual YMCA logo on the side of the van. Very unmistakable.
It'll be
And,
brandished, but not only that, we will have a poster welcoming Elevate. So
Yep.
if it's like, I don't know, I mean, it's not gonna be dark at 5, but you'll see the van, it has the YMCA decals on it. But then other than that, we'll also have a very typical airport welcoming sign that you guys can keep an eye out for.
very easy, locatable. All right. Brennan Ryan asks, will there be some sort of orientation or activity where we will all meet and get to know each other? Yeah, on Monday, in the office, there will be a lot of you arriving, and we can only check in so many people at a time. So we'll also be running some get to know you activities for those that have to wait a little bit, along with the campfire that evening.
And then Tuesday, everybody will be in the same orientation. It's a decent sized chapel that everybody will be in. So that will also be a good opportunity. Like I said, there'll be some icebreakers, just going over some general expectations, stuff like that. So definitely there will be opportunities to bond.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Grayson asks, where do I find out my room assignments since I'm already working here? Grayson, if you would like to come by the HR office sometime this week and talk to Margaret, she can probably tell you the status of your room and maybe get you your key and start moving in. Zip code 80511. Grayson says, can confirm Shannon is dope. Very true. Noah Bales, is there events like movie nights or game nights? Absolutely. Our staff activities team that we have at the YMCA, their sole purpose is literally running activities for all of our staff members. They do plenty of game nights, movie nights, roller skating nights, sports nights, just like all sorts of stuff. I think this morning when I was walking out of the dorm, I saw a flyer for Ethiopian food night. A bunch of our staff are cooking Ethiopian stuff in one of the cabins. All sorts of stuff. It's pretty amazing, honestly.
I think for the month of August, I think honestly there's like 2 to 3 events a day per day. Like
For
yeah.
sure. Yeah. And if I can just add, there was an email that was sent pretty early on that takes you to the staff webpage for YMCA of the Rockies. If you just search staff webpage in your email, it should pop up somewhere. That'll take you to the calendar of events that the staff activities program has posted for like July and August, where you'll see like 2 to 3 activities posted a day. Also in the building that you're going to be living in Halitz, that also has a bulletin board that has posted all kinds of events going on. So great resource to use.
And then yeah, so kind of piggybacking off that, yes, they will offer fitness programs like yoga and other things as well. I know yoga is something they do or try and do pretty regularly, but all sorts of stuff like rock climbing, indoors and outdoors. And honestly, it's in the summertime, there's a pretty big fitness community at the Y as it is. I've only been here for a short period of time, and pretty much every day I see at least 5 runners. So there's certainly the community. I personally will be running just about every day, hiking every day. So yeah, there's definitely community for that in the sense if you wanted to get into that fitness thing. I will mention, don't have a weight room, correct? We do not have a weight room, which was a huge mind-boggling thing for me. All our YMCAs on the East Coast have weight rooms. That was wild. There is a fitness center in town that is lovely. It's got pools, hot tubs, the whole, every piece of workout equipment you could think of. But that is kind of a separate whole membership. But there is that opportunity for fitness programs and community as well.
Not only at the Y, but just the state of Colorado. I think we're still like the healthiest state in the country, right? In terms of our cardiovascular activity and whatnot.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty intense. Will there be any confirmation that we are marked to be picked up from the airport? Yes, if you filled out our arrival information form, we have all of your info. If you have not filled out the form, I'm going to put it in the group meet, and we can double check that for you, Benjamin. if you'd like to shoot me a direct message in the group me, I can confirm your shuttle time and all that. Let's see. Lodge that we are living in just for Elevate, or will we have other staff members living in there as well? For the first couple of weeks that we're here, we'll have other staff living in the dorm. It's called Hallett's. But after the summer staff crowd vacates the property, it'll be all Elevate. There are also 3 other staff dorms that will just have all the other seasonal staff at the Y in them, but our dorm, it's all Elevate. Elevate party every day, every night. And that was the end of the questions. So I'm gonna put out a last call for the Q&A. If anyone has any questions that they thought of while I was answering the previous ones, drop them in the chat now. Otherwise, we could wrap it up. And our next meeting will be in person at the YMCA of the Rockies.
In Estes Park, 2515 Summer Road.
Absolutely.
Not in Granby.
Not in Granby. Never in Granby.
Never.
And we were all, needless to say, super duper excited to meet you all finally. I've talked to so many of you on GroupMe for the past like 8 or 9 weeks. I am so excited to finally answer all of your questions in person and not over GroupMe. Oh, we got another. Okay. Will our dorms have their own restroom or is it communal bathrooms? The bathrooms are communal in Hallett's, yes. So down the hall, away from your bedroom. Yep.
There's a few of them, like what, to a floor, so like 4 in total, maybe even. I think there's 8 bathrooms in total in Hallett's. It's either 8 or 4. I forget.
4. But there are plenty of toilets and showers for everyone. There's no shortage of amenities to go around.
Yeah, there's on each floor, there's a men's communal bathroom and a women's communal bathroom with, toilets and showers.
Yep. Oh, and since I noticed a few new faces on today's meeting and we had to add a couple people to the group meeting this morning, I will say also that the YMCA does provide sheets and towels for you. So you don't need to worry about that stuff. And pillows. So
Blankets.
All that stuff is taken care of.
Yeah, which is a great addition for packing lightly. Really all that I brought for like my bed setup was a blanket, like my own personal blanket, and with that, you're good.
Have you got another question? Will sleeping bags be provided on the camping trips?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, they will.
For the big bagging trip, tents, stoves, everything, sleeping pads, it's all provided for. If you have your own, I will say, if you have your own gear that you kind of prefer to use and that you're comfortable using, if any of you are like avid backpackers, then you can certainly bring that. But if you do not have gear on your own, you don't need to worry about it at all. We have everything for you. Alrighty. I think with that, we will say our final Zoom goodbye and see you all on Monday.
Yeah.
See you all in person next week.